My name is Nancie Adams Hesson, and this is my resurrection story. I have two brothers and one sister, Clayton and Carl and Sarah Shanks. She's our youngest one, and she come along when I was 14, and so she became my toy. I grew up on a farm. We worked in the field. We had cattle, and I had to milk a cow before I could go to school in the morning, and we had to walk 2 miles to school. I've been in church as long as I can remember. My dad was my leader, and that led me to Jesus and helped me to know that that's how I was to live my life. And I watched him. One time, they was talking in church about how you became a Christian and all, and I kept thinking, how did I become a Christian? I guess I was always one. After I graduated, I went to Florida and went to Jones Business College. And so when I got back, Papa was taking his ministerial course through the mail. Brother B. Atchison was the one that was pastoring right before, and he retired, and so we was without a pastor. And Papa started filling in. Papa went to school for 2 years. He had a second grade education. Well, I knew he needed lots of help. It seemed like the Lord told me that I should go to Trevecca and take some classes so I could teach him. And that's what I did. Enrolled. I got 2 years of ministerial studies. When I married Alton, and when I went to visit his family, they didn't know how to love. They didn't act like they knew what it was. And God gave me the strength by me being true to reading my Bible and praying and remembering that God led me there, and that was where I was supposed to be, and I was supposed to show God's love to them. I pray for him every day, and there was some hard times. I mean, because it took 10 years, and in that time, God had given us Ray. When he came, he was tiny, and he had a lot of problems. We had a trailer behind Alton's mother's house, and I was sitting in there rocking him, and I was praying as I was rocking. And I was crying, and I was sitting there praying and crying, and I said, God, why can't you heal him? And he said, I will, but it only comes through prayer and fasting. And I said, okay, I can do that. And I said, I'll leave off lunchtime. And he said, no, I want dinner. And I said, okay. And he said, 30 days. And I said, okay. Well, I fasted and prayed for 30 days. And Ray was he was 4 years old, and he was wearing a small baby clothes. And in 1 month, he came through until the end of the month. He wore a size 4 regular child's clothes. They said he'd never be able to even learn to walk, but he did. He had a life expectancy of 12 years, and he will be 59 years old because God healed him. I have Melissa and Edie Stainforth. She's our baby, and she's the county court clerk here in town. And and very smart. I don't know what we would do without Missy. We took care of Mother and Dad before they passed away, and she did most of the caring for them. I missed like 2 years of going to church because I fell out in front of the church boat. And then, just as I was learning to walk with my crutch, or my walker, I fell again at the house. I prayed. I said, God, all I want to do, I want to go back to church. I want to go to church. Just get me to a point that I can go to church. And he did. When I got to start back to church after the falls, I couldn't walk up the steps. So we started coming in and going into the Sunday school room, and it had a speaker that we could hear the service down there. Brother Darren hooked up his computer to the TV screen that we've down there, and now we can see what's going on upstairs, and we feel more like we're a part of than just sitting down there trying to listen. What is so funny is right where we're sitting is where the church was at. When I first come, I'm in the same spot that I was to begin with. I'm Nancie. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me.